Hello there, Leo, and thank you so much for tuning in for the March of 2022 Taroscope with Animal Totem. I'm Vickie Verlie, and you can find me at vickieverlie.com or Rock and Roll Prophetess on YouTube. Don't be fooled by imposters. Okay, so my name is Vickie Verlie. I have 30 years experience. I create books, decks, and other things. This reading is going to be for Leo Sun Sign, Leo Rising, Leo Moon, or anybody with a lot of placements in Leo. Okay, so we're going to use several decks today. For the first part, the Celtic Cross, we're going to use a deck called Tarot of the Nile by Debray. So if you want to find out more, you could check that out. And then we're going to do the next section with my brand new, smaller, third edition of the smaller version of the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which I'm so happy and pleased and in love with. There's a separate video if you want to learn more about it. And then then we're also going to pull a Animal Totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. And then if you are a Patreon supporter, we're going to pull additional cards from another Debray deck, which is called the Lustrous Tarot. So you can look into that if you're interested. Okay, let me start shuffling up for our Leo friends. This is a big month because it's in the Leo, not the Leo Ingress, but the Aries Ingress. But you are a fellow fire sign like Aries, so everybody's affected by it, but you're affected by it because of the fire connection. This is when the new year, astrology-wise, actually starts on the Aries Ingress, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it goes all the way through to the 12th sign of Pisces, and on March 20th, it moves into zero Aries. That's that Aries Ingress. It's always a very powerful time. It's a change of seasons, and it's the beginning of the new year astrological. I am offering that Aries Ingress reading that you can check out if you're interested, and I also have an Aries painting class, which is like a self-exploration and manifestation, so you can find all that. But the Aries Ingress reading I do every year. Many of you are ordering it, and it's very popular, so do check it out if you're interested. So let's see what's happening for our Aries people. I'm calling you Aries, but of course this is Leo. I make mistakes sometimes, that happens. I'm human. But of course this is Leo reading. I'm just talking about Aries Ingress because that's the big thing this year. So let's see what we got this month. Seven of Swords, followed by the Page of Swords, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Four of Rods, Eight of Swords, Six of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, nice, and the final outcome for this part is the Nine of Rods. Alright, well, you know, it looks very clear to me that because you've got the Five of Cups and the Eight of Rods, or the Nine of Rods, like, you know, you've been burned in the past. You've been burned in the past. You're looking at, don't focus on that. And this is not usually a Leo thing. Usually you Leos, you're so bright and optimistic. I would say you're one of the most optimistic signs in the entire zodiac. But for some reason you've been burned or something went wrong in the past, and you're like trepidatious is the word that I want to use about moving forward with this. But I want to tell you, you know, with the Four of Rods wheel of this whole section here, it looks really favorable. But let's start at the beginning. The very first card is the Eight of Swords, or Seven of Swords. So again, it's kind of like, you know, you may be on the brink of ready to give up, or you're looking back at times where you've lost out, or it wasn't worth the hassle that you had to go through. And you can get in your head, you know, with the Eight of Swords, you can really get in your head. You notice that she's blindfolded in that. And I think these are islands or something, but I noticed this on one of the other cards in this deck. It looks like there's a dark cloud hanging over her head. But that is not the reality. That is not the reality at all, because you already have the promise of success here with the Three of Rods, first of all. The Three of Rods says your ships are coming in. There's a promise of success. It could be for some of you, you may be moving or traveling when you have both of these cards. The Four of Rods is a change in your environment. It's always a change for the better. In itself, just the Four of Rods by itself, a lot of times it will have to do with relationships. It can talk about a relationship that is getting more serious. Maybe we're moving in together. We're spending a lot of time at each other's homes. And then, when you couple it with this card, the Six of Swords, often it can be you're actually going to move to a new location, or maybe your office is. This is also a card in itself, without taking it into consideration that the Four of Rods is here. This is a card of moving into new territory. leaving the past behind, leaving the troubled waters behind, and going to a new thing. So the past isn't going to repeat itself, or it definitely doesn't have to. You do have the Ace of Pentacles as the basis of the situation. So for many of you, this could be something that you are going to be maybe moving to a new location, or because of a job. You know, it could be having some kind of a job or a money opportunity. Or maybe for some of you, the money opportunity allows you to just, upgrade your living space or move to a nicer space. There seems to be news coming in the time of air, but it looks like this is past again. This has been coming up quite a bit. So it could have been something just past Aquarius back in February that led you to believe that maybe there's things that are, it's not going to pan out. But you do have the promise of success with the Three of Rods. And then you also have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is awesome. It's about timing. And look who's on the top of that wheel. I think the lion is always on the top, but it's so pronounced on this card. There you are, Leo, right on top of that wheel. So that means like things are really turning up for you, or turning like in your favor. So no need to be worried. That's usually not a Leo thing, so no need to be worried. Things are turning in your favor. Things are moving forward. Could be a new money or job opportunity that either takes you to a new location or allows you to change location if this is something that you've been wanting to do but needing the financial support to do so. Okay, so here we go. I just have to fan it out and show you how cool it looks fanned out, the new deck. I'm in love with this deck. It's a great size, everything. It's so cool. I did a separate video if you want to find out more about it, or you can just, if you want to purchase it, you can find the link below. But anyways, let's get into the next portion. So you are the fire sign energy. Leo is a fire sign. So you're going to show up in these cards. I'm going to lay cards until we find you. You're going to show up as either the Knight of Rods, the Queen of Rods, or the King of Rods. So we're going to see where you show up here. Rods or wands, whatever you prefer. And I prefer rods. I'm going to wait till I get stop shuffling. So what further information? We're going to see what's surrounding you in this portion of the spread. After we find you, we're going to look at the cards. There's your wish card. We're going to look at the cards that are surrounding you, and then we're going to go from there. You got Ace of Pentacles showed up twice, but it's not necessarily right in your cards. Yeah, it is. It's right above your head. So here you are. You are the Queen of Rods. This is the card that is your significator, or that represents you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to zoom in, take the camera and zoom in a little more so you can see maybe a little better. So this is the card that represents you. So we're looking at the cards that are just surrounding, right around you. This is the energy that is around you. And you have the Ace of Pentacles in the first portion of the reading, and you have it again, and it's right aligned, right above your head. So it's really confirming that many of you are going to have a new financial situation, a new job, a new opportunity to earn money or create prosperity in your life. It does look like it could be a little bit of turbulence, trying to get it off the ground. I need to change my glasses real quick. Yeah, there could be some turbulence. You've got a couple swords, but sometimes these swords, you have this Nine of Swords twice too. So again, I'll say this is not usually a Leo thing, but you got to get out of your head. You got to get out of your head and stop worrying and just kind of go for it and trust in the universe. It may take a little longer than you anticipated to manifest when we have the Hangman here. But that's not to be discouraged. This is a positive thing. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in a prominent position, and I feel like this light is shining around this Knight of Pentacles. So there's no gender in the reading, so it could just be anybody who is an earth sign. So earth sign person could be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or Virgo. The earth sign person can also be just representing money. The Virgo is really standing out to me, and I want to mention that we are having a full moon in Virgo on the 18th. So it could be something really coming to light right around that full moon in Virgo, or maybe that's when this person shows up, or maybe that's when these things really come to light at that time frame. You're going to do well. You're going to do very well in this. You're going to accumulate money. You don't have to worry. It's just going to take a little time, and it's going to require some patience. It may require you signing on for some kind of a long-term thing with this Emperor energy. So the Emperor is somebody in authority, the powers that be. You may, I want to say there's no justice here, but I really feel like some of you might be signing contracts. Like you may have to be exclusive with this person, or you may have to agree to work for, so many hours, so many months or days or something like that. Let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. Yeah, because this feels like it's connected together, but I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I actually feel like it's kind of a good thing because it's going to offer you the security that you really are seeking. There's a lot of cards about intuition, and this Knight of Cups is going to be really positive. Knight of Cups does seem like it's somebody from the past. So, it could be an old lover coming back, but really the most of this reading seems to be more about career and finance and things. So this could be somebody maybe that you used to work with, or your old job, or old work buddy, or old work partner calls you back or something with these two cards. Listen to your intuition and don't get too much in your head. This is really, you've got the two cards of kind of listening to your intuition, being quiet, feeling into it. Trust what you're feeling more than what you're thinking. Because your feeling is right on. You're really right on in that zone, what you're feeling and what you're sensing. And your emotional, because Leo, you are ruled by the heart. That's your ruling body part. Leo is the heart. So you've got to listen to your heart, always, not just this month, all the time. Follow your heart. Yeah, follow your heart. I'm going to put that as your headline. Let me write that down really quickly before I forget it. Follow your heart, because that is the thing that's going to lead you to the success and everything that you are seeking. Okay, so let me go ahead and get the animal totem. Again, while I shuffle the animal totem, and just a quick reminder about the Aries Ingress reading that is available. Always a popular reading. If any of you have ordered already, you have till the end of this month to get in on it. It's a look ahead at the upcoming season, but not only that, the upcoming, really the astrological year ahead, okay? All right, so here is your animal totem card. You got the frog. And the frog is always leaping from one thing to another, It's leaping to a new place. And that takes me back to the first part of the reading where we were showing a possible move. You may be leaping to a new pad, literally, Let's read what I wrote. Rainmaker, alchemist, clairaudient, fertility, transformation, metamorphosis, safe passage into the netherworld, the final stages of growth, you have arrived. Yeah, well, you have arrived, Leo. You have arrived. At least you're laying the foundations of it. You're laying the foundations into some sort of security that's going to be very long-lasting for you and really get... Well, you know what's happening? I was just thinking about talking about security and long-lasting. Saturn, which is the planet of that, of long-lasting, laying foundations, being really secure and everything, and the ruler of the Devil card is Saturn. It's in your opposite sign. Let me pull out the wheel again real quickly and just explain what I'm talking about. So here you are, Leo, and then your opposite sign is Aquarius. So Saturn's transiting through Aquarius. So at some point, it may not be this month for everybody, but this Saturn is going to oppose all your Leo stuff. So that is going to pull that stuff in. That's also going to pull in people and partnerships. And again, if you want to get the Aries Ingress reading, we go into a lot of the astrology stuff in that too. So it's going to be different for everybody. But usually if you have Sun sign in Leo, you have at least one or two other planets in Leo. You might have Mercury, Venus in Leo, So it's going to, usually it'll hit your Sun for sure, it'll oppose your Sun, but it's also probably going to tick off a few of your other planets. You have to look into that in more detail. But anyways, Leo, it looks like it is a month where you can advance by leaps and bounds. Don't get caught up in stress and worry about things that happened in the past. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, and I'm feeling good. That's the song I'm hearing for you. So that's great. Maybe I should put that. It's a new day, and you're feeling good. Or feeling good. I don't know. I'll just put that there. All right. So we did the animal totem card. I'm gonna. The next thing that's going to be happening is for our Patreon people. We're going to do some additional cards from the Lustrous Tarot. But I do want to really quick close out with besides doing the readings and the books and everything, I finally have started to release some of my music. I'm going to have an album coming out, but the first single is when this readings drop. The first single will have dropped. It's called Traces of Angels. And then I have a second single coming out on March 15th, and then the full album in April. But I wanted to play you out a little bit a little bit of my songs. And if you like the song, please consider adding it to your favorites in whatever platform, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever platform that you are listening to. Put it in your playlist, add it to your favorites, share it, like it, because that really helps get the song about. It's Traces of Angels. I'm going to play a little bit for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for all your support. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Until next time.